We're going to be joined next by our KiteFullOfWhiskey.com. KiteFullOfWhiskey.com is a poetry archive. It's a poetry presentation. It's a new way to experience poetry. Our current Kite Full of Whiskey is Kite Full of Mebane. That is Mebane Robertson. He just received his PhD from Fordham and has published many books, and he will now join us. Let's give a warm round of applause for Mebane Robertson.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm just gonna give you smatterings of this and that. I haven't really picked out my all what I'll read in this short span. But this is from this is published in a journal by Ohio State University. It's not very angry. I saw the bright type they draw at glass. My woman was in my lap. We were caught up in some talk and she wanted me to tap something back out of the icy white I had set us in. You and I have no right dancing on a night like this to view the pictures of where at evening planting the seed money in a startup forest where a certain agent cancer has been plotting that we would pull through. These madcap tremorous times. Quit picking at that, I tell you. Our voices aren't aimed to hurt in a sting sense. Just melt away the day like a Placidil pinpricked in juice. And knock off the strip bars on Hudson, I say to myself. It's mischief for the youth and their brilliant plans to puzzle out. And parrot, we all get that frazzling finding our magic numbers. Preening graffiti the major has patched in our dream catcher to post on the site. Roger that, brother. Roger that. Oh, don't go back into sticky gasoline splashdowns. If it weren't for such a hangnail flown off to The Hague. The dude's a freak. Last night he was licking grenadine off your foot. I know, yes, but he was playing. But I think for real. I think it's sublimated perversion. And his aunt's an old navigator for the ship they flew to get him from here to there. I'd like to kick these white walls in, lass, if they'd only stay still.
Nice.
These are, these are recent stuff, some of which has appeared on Kite Full of Whiskey, some of which is not. It's more, this is from our recent collection I'm just putting together called Carefree and Comely. Today's mail, carefree and comely is how I remember you best. When you took me out of the rounds, out of the vintage clothing stores. Tell me, be honest, you said, holding up a tea-stained wedding dress. And we laughed, both because it was too large and because we had been talking about everyone getting engaged. Won't catch me in one of these, you said. And from what I hear, you stuck to your guns. I see you now in magazines roped in pearls. And dresses you probably can afford. I think of how good you always were to the children. You're living the life you wanted. To think, all this sparked by a postcard. This is called 3 cents worth. The river laughs and eddies all around. Your fine lines, the tips of pines bristle in a nervous calm. The gold pears are boxed. This is not a gender thing, understand. Despite the weather, which is, by the way, gorgeous, you stay inside wary of your fans. I'm totally with you. Fame brings torment in its basket. Once you could fly and drive like normal people, fame and her escort of sundry anxieties, even the glimmer of generalized anxiety sucks its victim into a lonely mansion where the blood runs out. That's about it. It runs. And you must constantly be adjusted. The blood pumped through your heart is brackish, like a metaphor that can't bear its own weight. I'll feed one more. This is sort of random. I'm not a careful picker of what I read. I just read whatever. This is called incidental music. Does he mean by this that if one does not use the tool that it will lose its edge? Its power to carve and shape even the softest of woods? Driftwood, for instance. Gather your gumballs while you may. Tap the tallest maple. Squash the grubs that dot the parking lot of the school that raised you by accident into a man spray painting tags and mixing tones on a paper panel, renewing itself like a lizard's tail, line after line, gauging success with an applause meter.
Woo! Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Mebane Robertson, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give another round of applause for Mebane Robertson. Check him out at kitefullofwhiskey.com. Kitefullofwhiskey.com.
Yeah.
My signal from Draco.
Signal from Draco is available by Black Sparrow
Black Sparrow
Press.
Press. Black Widow Press.
Black Widow Press.
Look that up. BlackWidowPress.com.
BlackWidowPress.com. Mebane Robertson, ladies and gentlemen.